The case outside these walls, but we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium.
Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Moon. He's got it. It's Escobar. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
On 1st down, it's Moon. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
This defense for the Vikings very strong in that victory a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
3rd down and 10.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
As it complete to Jackson Smith-Njigba.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Going quickly out to the right side. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down. Boy, that was a tough couple of yards to pick up, but they convert on 4th and 1.
Out of the gun, it's Moon. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here, going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. From the gun, here's Moon. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 18. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Pass is caught. It's Metcalf going across the field here.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
DK Metcalf.
His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Seahawks will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Okay, ready? 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
And now an audible here into something else.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big run there. 29 yards and a 1st. They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Reek Woolen. Down the right sideline.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Still in the 1st quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out, still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
And we see James. Turn it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Arnold Ebiketie
In there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And not a great punt here. Out of bounds in the air. They're going to say this one doesn't even get to the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check smash, check smash.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Play action. It's moved.
Man open downfield. It's Metcalf.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times where they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
This fielded right at the goal line.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he powers his way up past the 30. 3rd
and 4.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
On 1st and 10, Moon. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 23 yards to pick up there.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Boom. Touchdown! Mike Williams, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Seahawks take a 3-touchdown lead.
Now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
Let's go. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 4.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Seahawks force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Go, Reed, go.
To throw, Moon. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Seahawks are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready?
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, but he opted for the touchback.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Touchdown, Vikings.
Austin Eckler.
68 yards.
And the Vikings get a bit closer.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Well, it looks like they'll move things around here. They'll get this out wide to Metcalf.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
First down, Seahawks.
Here's Moon. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Vikings, 14.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Let's go now.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
Now they try the right side here. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 25 yards that time. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
A handoff as they run the counter play. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Go street. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
They'll look to throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Back to throw. Caught on the slant. Touchdown. Elijah Moore from 8 yards out. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Point after here coming up. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
Taken at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Here he goes.
First down.
70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Now a first down throw. Moon. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Moon to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cooper. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Moon. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll go with a keeper.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
To the outside, this is complete to Jackson. Now he's loose again.
Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. 52 yards.
And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
You just kind of feel for the defense right now. This deficit, they have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. Oh, they're like, oh, my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now, trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Now Boone. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
And it's intercepted.
And the Vikings are going to have a short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right. He gives it up. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt, and his kick is absolutely perfect.
Well, I think congratulations are in order on that one. Only a handful of kicks in league history have ever been hit from 61 yards or further. But he was approaching record-setting territory with that one.
And the kickers that we know, they can't wait for this opportunity. They've been asking for it for a long time. They talk about it in practice. They put those little subliminal messages towards their coaches. Just give me a chance. I'll make it. And he went out there and did it. Wow, that was a heck of a kick.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this team continues to stake its claim as Super Bowl favorites. They are now eyeing an 8th straight win as they begin this drive here in the fourth quarter. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
And the Seahawks first down.
Here we go, here we go. Go.
On first down, it's moved. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. That one looks like he'll throw here.
There he goes again.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
63, Vikings 24.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And here comes a return from a few steps in.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly a disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
At their own 32-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Throwing on first down. Moon. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Seattle. 43 yards.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big fourth quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still...
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So now on comes the field goal unit. And this will be a, shall we say, a rather optimistic try here. And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. And they will remain well behind. I guess I got to hand it to him. That was, that was ambitious.
Well, that's one way to put it.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.